Have you ever found yourself repeatedly seeing the same numbers, whether on clocks, license plates, or even receipts? It may seem like a coincidence, but many believe that it's not just that. Repeated numbers can be signs from the universe, hidden messages trying to guide or alert us about something important. The question is, what do you do when this happens? How do you react when the universe decides to communicate with you in this mysterious way? It's not just about believing, it's about acting. Let's explore what these signs truly mean and how you can use these messages to transform your life. Have you ever noticed how, sometimes, numbers start appearing in your life with such frequency that it seems beyond mere coincidence? Sometimes a specific number like 111, 222, or even 777 shows up repeatedly, whether it's on clocks, license plates, or other places. These repeated numbers may seem like random coincidences at first, but many believe they carry a deep spiritual and psychological meaning. Repeated numbers are seen as spiritual signs, transmitting messages from the universe, warning us or guiding us towards something important on our path of self-awareness. This idea is deeply rooted in ancient spiritual traditions, such as numerology and Kabbalah, which assign specific meanings to certain numbers. For example, the number 111 may symbolize a new beginning, while 777 is often interpreted as a sign of perfect alignment between mind, body, and soul. In many cultures, it's believed that the repetition of these numbers is a way for universal energy to manifest in our lives, guiding us toward moments of spiritual growth and prosperity. This invites us to look at the signs around us and interpret what they may mean, not just logically, but with our hearts. It's important to understand that when you encounter these numbers, the interpretation is subjective and personal. The meaning you assign to these numbers might be tied to your own history, experiences, and deeper desires. What may be a sign of prosperity for one person could represent the need to make a life change for another. This is what makes numerology, gematria, and spirituality so fascinating. They invite us to explore our personal interpretation and discover what these signs have to offer for our personal and spiritual growth. Synchronicity, a concept introduced by renowned psychologist Carl Jung, makes us reflect on the mystery of meaningful coincidences. How many times have you found yourself in situations where events seem to align so perfectly that it's hard to deny that something bigger is at play? Synchronicity is exactly that. The idea that certain events, however casual they may seem, are meaningfully connected not by chance, but by a cosmic energy guiding us. Jung believed that these moments of synchronicity reveal a deep link between the outer world and our inner world, as if the universe is, in some way, speaking to us. In many cases, synchronicity manifests through repeated numbers, events that happen at the exact moment we need them, or even unexpected encounters with people who seem to appear just when we need them most. This leads us to ask, are we just lucky, or is there an invisible force, a universal energy, working to guide us? Synchronicity teaches us to be more attuned to the signs of the universe, to realize that there's more at play than mere randomness. It invites us to trust the flow of life, to believe that everything happens for a reason. It's fascinating to observe how synchronicity can also manifest through spiritual messages. It could be that you're going through a moment of doubt or need, and suddenly you see a repeated number or have a specific thought that connects directly to an answer you've been searching for. This type of experience leads us to understand that the universe is not just around us, but is deeply connected to our journey of self-awareness and spiritual growth. Now, perhaps you're wondering, could what we're experiencing right now be one of those significant coincidences? And what is the universe trying to tell us? When we talk about the meaning of repeated numbers, it's essential to remember that the interpretation of these signs is deeply subjective. What means something to one person might not carry the same weight for another, and that's what makes the spiritual experience unique for each individual. The way we interpret these numbers or spiritual signs depends on our own life experiences, beliefs, and the specific moment we find ourselves in. There is no universal truth that defines what these signs truly represent. Instead, they become tools for self-awareness, helping us reflect on our own lives and choices. When we see a repeated number, like 333 or 555, what does that mean for you? It might be a reminder to focus on your spiritual growth, or perhaps a sign that it's time to make an important decision in your life. The interpretation of these numbers can be influenced by various factors: your current situation, your life goals, or even your fears and insecurities. It's this subjective interpretation that makes every experience so unique and personal, allowing each of us to find out what the universe is trying to communicate to us on a deep personal level. For instance, if you're in a period of stagnation and start seeing the number 888 repeatedly, perhaps the universe is suggesting that prosperity is on its way, but you need to open yourself up to new possibilities. In another scenario, if you're dealing with emotional issues, perhaps the number 444 is reminding you to strengthen your emotional foundation and trust your intuition. These signs challenge us to look within and understand that what the universe tells us will never be the same for everyone. The key is how you choose to listen to these signs and how you interpret them within the context of your own spiritual journey. Kabbalah and numerology are two deeply connected spiritual traditions that explore the hidden power of numbers. Kabbalah, with its Jewish roots, teaches us that numbers are not just mathematical symbols, but vibrational entities that carry a deep and spiritual meaning. Each number has its own energy, capable of influencing our lives and our destiny. Just like numerology, which assigns specific values to letters and numbers, Kabbalah also utilizes gematria, a technique that associates numbers with words and concepts to reveal hidden knowledge of the universe. These teachings invite us to look at numbers not as mere coincidences, but as keys to a deeper understanding of reality. When we see repeated numbers like 333 or 444, Kabbalah and numerology offer us a unique perspective on what these numbers represent. For example, the number 7 is considered sacred in various spiritual traditions, symbolizing perfection and enlightenment.
Meanwhile, the number 11, often seen as a master number in numerology, is seen as a sign of spiritual awakening and connection with the divine. Therefore, the interpretation of these numbers can help us better understand our life mission, our connection with the universe, and what we need to do to align our energy with abundance and prosperity. Kabbalah also teaches us that by understanding the meanings of numbers and the energy they transmit, we can make more conscious decisions and align ourselves with our true purpose. Numerology, on the other hand, helps us map our paths, reflecting on the impact of dates, names, and other numbers that are part of our lives. If you come across a number like 555, for example, it could be the universe's sign that it's time to make important changes in your life. The practice of connecting with these numbers can be a powerful tool for self-awareness and spiritual growth, helping us navigate the energies around us in a more harmonious way. When you encounter repeated numbers, your first reaction should be one of mindfulness. The universe is trying to communicate something, and the first thing you should do is stop for a moment and connect with that energy. It's not just a coincidence. It's a sign. Take a deep breath, pause for a few seconds, and allow yourself to feel. The first action is to express gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool that amplifies the positive energy around you and strengthens your spiritual field. When you express gratitude, you're acknowledging the abundance of the universe and accepting the blessings being sent to you. Next, visualize a desire or something you wish to manifest. It could be something simple, like seeking inner peace, or something more tangible, like financial prosperity. Visualization is a powerful spiritual practice that helps align your thoughts with the universe's energy. Imagine your life already transformed by what you desire. Feel the emotion of having achieved that goal. This act of visualizing while connected with repeated numbers amplifies the universe's message, as if you are putting your intention into action. This moment is yours, a gift from the universe, and you should make the most of it. In addition, giving is a fundamental spiritual practice that helps create a cycle of prosperity and positive energy. The act of giving, whether it's your time, resources, or even a kind word, directly connects you with the universe, making you a channel for positive energy. When you see repeated numbers and perform these actions, you're not only strengthening your spirituality, but also creating a bond with material prosperity. By giving, you create space for more blessings to flow into your life. This process is about both giving and receiving, maintaining universal balance, and attracting good energy into your life. Spiritual practice is not just about meditating or reflecting on life. It also reflects in our daily actions. By practicing spirituality consciously, you can not only enhance your inner self, but also create a positive impact on your material reality. When you start noticing repeated numbers and perform the actions I've mentioned, stopping, giving thanks, visualizing, and donating, you are establishing a connection between the spiritual and material worlds. The universe, through its messages, invites us to cultivate both our spiritual prosperity and our material prosperity. This practice of giving is a direct reflection of our belief in the flow of abundance. By letting go of something, whether it's a material resource, a moment of attention, or even a kind gesture, you send a signal to the universe that you trust that what you offer will be returned in some form. However, giving should not be seen only as a means of attracting more for yourself, but as a way of connecting with others and the world around you. It teaches us to build a solid foundation of prosperity, where the exchange between giving and receiving maintains a constant energetic balance. And here's a secret. Material prosperity is not disconnected from the spiritual. Many believe that to attract wealth, you must work hard or accumulate. However, when you practice spirituality genuinely, seeking gratitude, self-awareness, and giving, you create a space where the energies of material prosperity flow naturally. The universe doesn't only respond to our spiritual desires, it also sends us the tools needed to manifest them in the physical plane. True prosperity comes when we learn to align our spiritual actions with our material intentions. Now that you understand the depth behind repeated numbers and how the universe's signs can manifest in your life, the next question is, what will you do with this information? The universe is constantly sending us messages, but it's up to you to notice, interpret, and most importantly, act upon them. If repeated numbers have appeared to you, don't ignore them. It's time to stop, express gratitude, visualize, and even share your prosperity with others. Apply what you've learned here, connect with the universe's energy, and see how your life can transform. If you want to continue exploring this type of knowledge and develop your connection with the spiritual world, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any content. The universe is waiting for you.